Hey, working mom, welcome to Order Meets Style, the podcast that provides home organizing and home styling tips for working moms. I'm ZC Mann, professional organizer with Firefly Bridge Organizing, and I'm here to provide you with simple ideas that don't take a lot of time to organize your home so that you can love the way your home looks and functions, and so you're proud to invite anyone over anytime without stressing out about clutter. Ready for a beautifully organized home that makes you smile every time you walk in? Let's make it happen. This episode is a really fun one this week. It's about sustainable gifts. I'm going to give you my list of sustainable gift ideas that you can look into for the holidays. And yeah, I'm going to give you a short list of these ideas. But even better than that, I'm going to tell you how I think about gift giving when I truly want to be sustainable in my gift choices. Because then, instead of relying on gift guides whenever the holidays come around or someone's birthday comes around, you can find gifts yourself. Now, please don't think that I only buy sustainable gifts for everyone. I certainly buy my share of plastic toys and disposable garments for family members who ask for something specific. But I do believe that every single choice we make for a sustainable substitute to something we were planning to buy anyway is a step in the right direction. So use today's episode as a starting line and just get a little better every day. I was inspired to create this episode by someone who I admire greatly, someone who is passionate about sustainability and really actually advocates for the environment daily. It's heartening to me to meet more and more people like this who share a commitment to protecting the planet. So let me just briefly tell you how I think about sustainable gift giving. Giving gifts is one of the ways that I show my love and care for other people. I would think about that person and what they would really love to receive that maybe they wouldn't buy for themselves, something that feels like a little bit of luxury. But then when someone would ask me what I would like for a birthday or holiday, I was hard-pressed to think of something special that I wanted. I actually found that I would appreciate some pretty mundane types of gifts, like a Whole Foods gift card or fuzzy socks, because my feet are always cold. Like, these aren't exciting gifts to give, you know what I mean? But I appreciate them. Based on that, depending on who the gift was for, I started to think more about how to make daily life easier for who I was giving the gift to, rather than focusing on a luxury type of gift every time. The other thing that I became aware of is that there are levels of sustainability, right? I'm just using that term myself, levels. A product might be labeled sustainable even if it contains just a fraction of a sustainable material in it. Remember that a sustainable label is not regulated. So rather than try to become a master researcher of all materials and sources of all the products made, because that was driving me crazy, I felt like I could never keep up, I made some simple choices. If I could easily find out the source and material makeup of a product and I was happy with what I found, then great, I would buy it. If I couldn't find these sources easily, I might take a pass on that gift, or I might decide, you know what, even though I can't tell, I'm going to make a conscious choice and purchase it, right? Again, please don't think that I only buy sustainable items. I don't, but I make substitutions where I can, and I try to do my best. I've also become very aware of where an item is coming from. So it's great if I find a recycled glass vase that's just beautiful and exactly what my friend would love. But if it has to ship from California or somewhere else in the world to get to me here in Miami, well, then I have to make a choice whether that's really worth it to me or not. Again, sometimes it is, and sometimes it's not. All right, but now let's get into the gifts. First is experiences. And this might be the first thing you think about when you think of sustainable gifting. Things like tickets to performances, trips, cooking or art classes. Also, you all know about subscriptions, and you can call these experiences too. And in fact, in the arena of mundane gifts that someone would value, I think a year-long subscription to someone's favorite streaming service is a fantastic gift. The next category of sustainable gifts is DIY gifts. Maybe you need a host or hostess gift or multiples of these this holiday season. Don't be scared of DIY for host or hostess gifts. I'm not talking about a DIY craft made by an 8-year-old. There are options that are thoughtful and elegant enough to give as a host gift. Just think about what you're really good at. So maybe a beautiful pie might be appreciated if you're a great baker, or homemade peppermint bark. I would love that. Or homemade preserves. If you are, a master or fantastic at making pottery or paint, then unique piece for that person might be nice. Another category that can work for a lot of your gift recipients are consumables. Last year, as a gift for a family that we're very good friends with, I went to my local refillery. It's called Verde Market here in South Miami, with a set of little mason jars that I placed in a basket, along with some handmade cat toys that I found in a local shop because they foster a lot of cats. At Verde Market, I filled those little mason jars with 8 different bulk snacks and sustainable teas and coffees. And all of them are without preservatives, and we knew what everyone in the family would enjoy. So it was really fun to put that gift together. Other consumables, other than bulk food items that you might think about, are things like natural skincare and hair care products. In fact, check out your local farmers market next time you go and look for some of these that are locally made and just check that they list all of their ingredients. I also saw somewhere that there are plantable greeting cards or plantable stationery. So if your kids go to a lot of birthday parties, this might be something you could look for because it could replace the greeting cards that are mostly just thrown away or tossed in the recycling after they're read. Plantable cards are made with seeds embedded in them. So after the recipient receives their gift and their card, they plant the card. I'm not sure if these work 100% of the time. My guess is you need to look at the region where you live, but it's a really interesting idea. It might be a farmer's market find. I'm not sure. Okay, next are secondhand gifts. If your giftee is a reader, secondhand or vintage books that you think they would love to read or to place on their coffee table as decor would be fantastic. Maybe they would love these when they're going on a trip or just to, like I said, place on their bedside table or in their living room. Vintage jewelry can also be a really nice gift or a great secondhand leather satchel or backpack. Used leather, older leather is beautiful as long as it's not cracked. Vinyl records, classic board games, these are all fun finds at a thrift shop that can make great gifts. Online marketplaces or eBay can be good sources. My son recently found a vintage Chile soccer jersey that he gifted to a special coach of his, and the seller was just over in Naples, which means the jersey didn't have to travel very far to get over to us, which I find that is a huge sustainability bonus. Another category to think about, and you really need to know your recipient for this one too, is secondhand clothing. I'm throwing this one in here because I know that for people who work full-time and have kids and other responsibilities, going thrifting is something that maybe they've been wanting to do, but they just don't have time for. So think of ThredUp. You can give someone a gift card to ThredUp. My sister has bought things from ThredUp, and she says that the trick to finding items that actually fit you so that you're not buying and returning and buying again, which can be frustrating, and I gave up after a while. But the trick is to filter by your size, of course, but then also to check the actual measurements of the garment. It's common sense, but I didn't take the time to do that. So yes, that means you have to know your current measurements. You have to be a little patient, but this way you can be more sure that something will fit you regardless of the number on the tag, the size label on the tag, right? So those are just some ideas for sustainable gifting. I realize that I didn't mention anything new that you would purchase that is made from sustainable materials. It's a purposeful omission. As I said, I don't buy all my gifts sustainably. So yes, if I chose to, I would look into sustainable new items as gifts, sustainable brands. But as I also mentioned, if I can't figure out pretty quickly with a little bit of research if an item or a brand is truly sustainable, I have to make a choice. That's the thing, right? Truly sustainable gifting would be something that is not new, that doesn't require new materials to be processed or produced to make it. It would be local, so you're not having it shipped to you. It's absolutely possible to meet those criteria, but you have to start early. The longer you wait to figure out your gifts, the more costly it will be to you, and perhaps the less sustainable the gifts are going to be. So get started making your gift list now, and that way you won't feel the pressure, right? We are all doing what we can. Just the fact that you're thinking of options signals that you're likely to take action and substitute a sustainable gift for a non-sustainable one this year. So can we make a pact to work on gift lists this week? And don't forget to make your own wish list too. People want to know what you want pretty early on too. All right, so enjoy your week and I'll see you on the next episode. Oh, but wait, hold on a second. Are you hosting people for Thanksgiving this year? Well, how would it feel to welcome your Thanksgiving guests into your organized home, knowing you could fully enjoy the holiday without a single thought about clutter? What if, in addition to have everything beautifully arranged, you also received a free home inventory to keep your peace of mind through the holiday season and beyond? Well, our fall special is going on from now until the end of November. When you purchase any organizing package from us, you receive a free digital home inventory. So not only can you get your home guest ready by Thanksgiving, but you'll also have a record of your home inventory, which you've probably been putting off, right? So go to fireflybridge.com/fall special to get all the info. That offer is only valid in the Miami area. And again, only until the end of November while we still have spots available. Get all the information at fireflybridge.com/fall special. I'm putting the link in the show notes.